Drew had Tracy arrested. How do y'all feel about that? Let me know down below. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review with Life with Chess for General Hospital, January 17, 2025. Okay, y'all, so first things first, let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. We're going to start with Brooklyn, Lulu, Maxie. So basically, Lulu was looking for a job, and her and Brooklyn doing what they do. I think Brooklyn told her, this ain't the first time she told her about herself, that the fact that she, was in a coma for 4 years, everybody else done moved on, but they still going back and forth or whatever. I think Lulu told Maxie it's something about Brooklyn that, she don't really trust her or like her or something like that. I said, is this going to be their opening to do the whole Geo storyline or what? But yeah, that's all they was talking about. But Maxie was starting. I was waiting on her. I've been waiting on her to tell her about, everything that she went through and how Brooklyn stepped up for her. I don't think that would have made a difference, but still. She's still over here talking about, the fact that Carly had hired her to break up her and Dante or whatever. I was like, okay, it's time to give Lulu another storyline. But yeah, she was trying to get a job. Look, she found out that basically she would be an assistant to Brooklyn or whatever. And she was like, what? And I was like, yep. I feel like down the line, they going to end up getting along, but we'll see. Who else we got? Chase and Tracy. So, Chase, look, I don't understand. Okay, I think somebody had said that basically the agreement was that the kids would come over there to Tracy's or whatever. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I seen. Because I was like, okay, why did just then bring the cops the first time? Instead of having Sonny, Carly, Jason, all them people come over there, why not bring the cops then? And not just that, how... I thought you weren't supposed to talk about certain cases if it ain't had nothing to do with you. Like how Martin and Drew was talking about, getting the kids and everything. He was like, Willa already dealing with stuff at the hospital. I just want to get her kids back. I said, how you... Now, I will say, I just watched a movie where I think it was a congressman that he was able to help in a situation just like this. So I was like, maybe that's what it is. But yeah, I was like, how? I thought you weren't supposed to talk about certain cases. But Chase was just telling Tracy that she causing more damage than good or whatever to give the kids back to their mother. They already missing out with their father. They need their mother. She ain't care about none of that. I was like, when they gonna learn? She don't care. She keep talking about Monica. But she told him to butt out or whatever. And they kept on going back and forth. And he kept saying, it's wrong what you doing. You need to get the kids back to their mother. Brooklyn ends up coming in. And that's when she tried to tell the same thing to get the kids back. Why she said the kids ain't there? I was like, where they went that fast? I was like, where they at then? She told me, so they're not here. But we're going to come back to Tracy and Chase and Drew now or whatever. Lucas, Ava, Rick, Sitwell. This Sitwell dude, okay, what he up to? He obviously, based on that comment, he said something. What did he say? It was something he said. I feel like that let you know that he already knew who Ava was. That's why he showed up in the first place. I don't know if it's because he seen some of her information at the Windermere or whatever, or if he know that she's connected to Sonny. But at the same time, I feel like he has an agenda. Ava and Lucas was just talking about, he was showing her videos of Avery and everything, and then they started talking about the fire, about Michael and everything. That's when she calls Rick. She basically wanted Rick to file for an emergency hearing so that she could get custody. I don't know if she said temporary custody or full custody or something. And I was like, I'm surprised. I was expecting, remember that other episode? I think I said something about it, but the other episode, I was waiting on her to say something. Because, look, I would think the same thing. I ain't gonna front. I ain't no Ava fan like that or whatever, but I was like, I was thinking the same thing. Because if they were trying to take you out, what if them girls had been there? I was like, that's proof enough right there. But Rick said no. I was like, no. What you mean no? I think he said something about because Avery wasn't there, that she was over at Carly's with Donna and she was safe, then they not going to see that as, oh, she was in danger. But I said, well, I was like, what would make them say, okay, the kids are in danger? If they got hurt while he was there or something like that? Because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I was waiting on Ava to say something. But they showed the episode where she was with, I think she was with Rick. I think the episode where she was talking to Rick about telling Alexis to give the money to her or something like that. And she was watching them conversate or whatever. I think it was Alexis and Diane. I was waiting on her to say something. By the time she said something. But he ends up saying no, basically because Avery wasn't there. She wasn't in danger. They see no Sitwell done came up in here to my son. He just moved or whatever, and he looking for a picture or something to go in his house. He ends up revealing that he owns Windermere or whatever, and that's when she was like, oh, I used to live there, and basically, they be telling too much. She over here talking about I was living there with my husband and everything. And Rick was just standing there, and I thought when he left, when Sewell was leaving or whatever, I thought he was gonna say, "Don't take the check," or there's something off about that guy, or something suspicious about that guy. But no, he don't introduce himself. What he said? What's his first name? Jen Sewell, something like that. I said, the more you introduce, somebody gonna slip up and say, "Yeah, this guy named Sewell, he bought the picture," or "Oh, this guy named Sewell, he done been over here. I think he was at Bobby's. He over here chilling with Lucy and stuff." I was like, "Yeah, it's only a matter of time." Somebody pointed out that people was looking for him, and I said, I forgot about that. I was wondering if he was connected to the WSB because on one episode, I think Brenda had said something about Sewell or either his assistant or whoever that lady is. I still don't know her doggone name. But yeah, Rick was telling her that because Avery wasn't there, it's not gonna work out, and she was like, she gonna find somebody else to help her. And he was saying, one, they probably gonna say they more than likely gonna say the same thing. And then two, he was like, you haven't even paid me yet. But it look like on tomorrow's episode, Avery gonna be trying to convince Sonny to let Avery come with her. I wonder if he gonna do it. He look like he having more chest pains or heart pains or whatever. Then on today's episode, when he was like, I got here as fast as I could, I thought they were gonna be like, what's wrong with you? Because he was breathing mighty hard. I thought they was gonna ask him because I was like, what? I was like, what? I thought he was about to either tell them something. Then I thought about it. I was like, oh, because he been having heart pains and stuff like that. Cody, Drew, Brad, Lucas, Oh, it was Jordan and Martin that was talking. Okay, yeah. Cody, Drew, Brad, Lucas. So basically, Cody ends up talking to Drew or running into Drew, and that's when they start doing the back and forth. I think Drew ends up saying, you have nothing to blackmail me with now and all this. So I was like, okay, it's about time Drew got what was coming to him, because what is you doing? But yeah, Jordan ends up coming over there to break it up and everything. And then she ends up telling Drew about himself. She ends up telling him about his behavior, his choices he been making lately, about how he's isolated himself from everybody because of what he been doing. She tells him basically, if you don't make amends with people, you're going to end up digging yourself a hole and you're going to find yourself just like you is now, alone. I said, right. But then he proceeds to meet up with Martin because Willow got so much going on at the hospital. So I need to get her kids back by any means necessary. He over here trying, you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to be the hero. He's trying to continue to be the hero in Willow's eyes. That's what he's trying to do. I'm so ready for Nina to sit up here and tell. Because if she don't tell, he's going to tell. If she don't tell, he going to beat her to it. He going to figure, oh, she going to tell, and then that's going to be the end of things. Let me be honest with her. Let me show her that I can be honest. But yeah, like I said, he ends up having a meeting with Martin, and that's what I was talking about. I mean, I don't think Martin actually disclosed anything he wasn't supposed to, but at the same time, I thought you supposed to say, oh, I'm not at liberty to say, or I can't talk about this. But yeah, they was talking about Willow's case and getting the kids. So why he walked up in there and the cops behind him and Tracy still ain't backing down. She was like, they was like, they come to get the kids. They got a court order or something like that. I don't think they reached it to, they gave it to somebody, I think. And she was like, the kid's not there. You could go up there, but the kid's not there or whatever. So they was like, oh, where are they or whatever. And she was like, she not telling. So they started to go over there to arrest her. Why she hit the policeman? She don't hit the policeman. And basically they said, what was that? Resisting arrest or something like that. And now that's another charge. And she telling Martin on next week's episode that basically he's on the wrong side. What else did they show? I forgot what else they showed on next week's episode. I think Willow and Drew gonna be talking or something like that. But yeah, they end up arresting her. Brooklyn then was right there. Chase tried to say something or whatever and said the cuffs wasn't necessary. He was like, sorry or something. The congressman wants her arrested. I was like, what? They could do that. But then I thought about all the shows I don't watch where they done did stuff like this. But yeah, who else we got? Jordan and Martin. What was they talking about? I forgot what they was talking about. Jordan tells Drew. I already talked about that. I can't remember what Jordan and Martin was talking about. Carly, Sonny, Willow, Portia. So basically, Willow ends up saying, she made a decision. She has decided that they can see Michael. So Portia ends up coming over there. I don't know if they had talked about anything else before that, but Portia had came over there and said they had to make a decision about what to do with Michael because a bed had opened up at John Hopkins, I think, or something like that. And then Carly was like, she has a better idea. Basically, in Germany, they doing something like they did with Ava to fix you when you have burns like that. And they was like, they don't know about it. Portia was like, she hadn't heard anything about it. Willow was like, she don't know about that because she won't him to be close by so her and the kids and everybody can see him. Sonny was like, he don't know about it either, but then he went to the side and talked to her or whatever. And she was like, she thinks that's the best thing or whatever. So then they was like, Willow was like, she don't know about that. Carly was like, she want to send him. And Sonny said he think that they should wake up Michael. And they was like, he gonna be in so much pain. And they woke him up. And look like on next week's episode, that's what the other thing was. Look like on next week's episode, he's gonna be making his decision about where he wants to go. More than likely, he's gonna leave. I was about to say that's it, but I forgot about Lucas and Brad and Cody. Cody ends up giving the check to Brad to give to Selena, and I think he said he was $5,000 short or something like that. What? I earned $5,000 somewhere else. What was that? Maybe it was on another show I was watching. But yeah, I think he said he was $5,000 short. Lucas was over there watching and stuff. So Brad ends up going to him and telling him everything or whatever. Lucas, somebody said, you don't have to tell me anything. Then why you over here looking hard like that? But that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day, a great weekend, and be safe.